This is my new app, FHIR Assistant. In this video, I will show to you the implementation of this app. In the first video, in the last video, I showed to you the features, and now I will detail to you the implementation code. So I used these templates, FHIR templates, as a foundation, and implemented my code. But the template was this useful app IRIS FHIR template. Well, now I have a Docker Compose with the IRIS servers. IRIS servers use it to be the FHIR repository and the FHIR API for this project. Okay, and I added here Ollama. Ollama is used to run LLMs models locally. Okay, and I added here stringlet. Stringlet allows to you create UI interface using Python. Okay, and in the stringlets, I created these three tabs here. I created three tabs: patient summary, FHIR Query Explorer, and observation charts. Okay, I used LangChain to orchestrate my LLM and my agents. Okay, some IRIS credentials to connect to the FHIR repository. Ollama URL, and I used Llama tree as the LLM model. Okay, and I created this function to get the FHIR resources for my agents. I get patient, condition, medication request, allergy observation encounter, care plan are resources from FHIR. And for each of these resources, I included in a bundle query. In patient, and the other resources are queried and bundled, and go to the bundle, and I sent to the FHIR server and get a response with responses of all these resources for a patient's ID. Okay, I query the patient with patient ID. I query condition, medication, allergy, observation, encounter, care plan for the patient ID. And I sent as a bundle, and I have the response in JSON. And with the patient data, now I can get using AI a summary. But the summary uses the whole that you ones. We have a doctor, care manager, patient, or family caregiver as possible roles to get summaries. And summaries in the language of a doctor or in the language in the perspective of the patient. Okay, and here we have a prompt. If we have the structure of the response, critical alerts, current issues, medication actions. For care management is other perspective because it is more important to know recent changes in the condition, risks, and management issues. Okay, for care manager is the concerns, and for patients, the patients want to know health, currently health, what has changed recently, and the next steps to care plan. Okay, and for family caregiver, it's important alerts, current medications, warning signs. Okay, so the LLM get the FHIR and the responses follow these instructions. Create tab 1, 2, 3. First for a patient summary, second for FHIR Web Explorer, and the third for observation charts. The stringlets you use Python to create the interface. With tab 1, generate this tab with two columns, column 1, column 2, column 1 with patient ID, column 2 with a drop down, and st is stringlet here, st stringlet st, and with st subheader, I have a subheader st markdown. I get a markdown, and with st button, create a button here. Spinner is used to wait for a response. So when the user click button, the spinner shows to you the progress and the progress of this query, fetch patient FHIR bundle. The function explained above. I get the FHIR data, and st success is a message to return to the user. And now I transform the response in JSON, and I call Ollama with the Llama tree model and with my local Ollama address, and with the persona selected here. And with the instructions with the prompt and define it, okay, and using the FHIR data response from the FHIR server. And now I call the prompt templates with the LLM model Llama 3, and the response will be shown to the user using a text produced by the LLM. Okay, the custom summary here. The custom summary here will be produced by this codes. Spinner, yes, and we have the summary here, and the JSON returned by the API FHIR API server from IRIS. Now we have the tab 3 and tab 2. Tab 2 of FHIR Career Explorer. We have a natural language question here that the LLM will transform to a API request. The tab 2 header here, and we have a text input here. Okay, we have the button generate and execute FHIR query. The prompt asks to the LLM model to transform a question into a FHIR API request. And we with examples, the model will understand how to call the APIs of the FHIR server. So we have some examples here, many examples. Patient by name, patients by gender, marital status, birth dates, by name. Okay. Many samples here. And when we do the patients is this natural language text will the LLM transform in a FHIR locking ink code for diabetes here, the observation, patients with observation diabetes here, found 6 resources. Resources are not only patients. Resources are condition, observations, patients, but return the query and generate resume and the JSON. So it's very useful because the user gets queries using natural language. Here here we have the query for the IRIS server, the query generated by LLM following this prompt, and I go to the FHIR server to get the response. With the response, I get a summary, clinical summary, using the LLM here, and I print the JSON data too. And in the tab 3 is an idea from the community to using AI to generate charts with the observations found to the patients. Now we have this subheader, the text input patient ID, input 2, and the patient's observations will be queried in the FHIR server. And now with the success of the requests, I call Ollama to get the FHIR response for observations and extracts the observations that are missions that have values to be plotted by the charts by dates and group by dates to you have values of the observations in a time, in days, months, to get the history of the patients for that indicator. Okay, summary the results in a panda and creates Python code to stringlet code to plot the results. Okay, here. So it's a prompt with many instructions, but it's possible now get this type of analysis: body heights, body max index, all observations that have values and dates to plot, and the clinician can can inspect the data and get the insights with the patient here. Okay, then it's a very interesting scenario. No, okay. Here I have a function to vectorize patient's data, vectorize the patient's data summaries to compare the patient's using vector search and LLM. So in scenarios when I have one more than a patient, the queries, the patients can be compared using vector search. So I get the patient's demographic data, observations, and generate a summary text here. And I ask to Ollama to get the embeddings of the text. And I use Iris to save into a vector in a table to compare. Okay, vectorize it's the FHIR data here. So this is my app and the source code explained in details for you. Thanks.